Hey y'all, what's going on? Random Andrew coming at you with another roadside cemetery video today. Today we have the Braynes Cemetery hidden in Port Stanley. And I'll be 100% honest with you guys, I have never actually been up this road that it's on. It's either Thompson or Thomas. And therefore never seen this cemetery before either. Thank you to one of my awesome viewers for the hint on this location. He has ancestors in here. So we're going to do our best with this wind and the cold today. This is probably the last cold day of the year. Look, you can see some of the snow that's fallen that's tried to gather on the road. But I promise you it will not stay. It's going to warm up.
On this funky stick.
I found Craig. He found a funky stick. We're going to do some filming. Whew, fair good bit of wind today. And it's cold. You'll probably hear a little shivering. And the first headstone we look at is Neely. N-E-E-L-Y. I don't see any dates, or do I? 1922 on Neely here. So, yeah, we'll go over to the less populated side. And then we'll come back over here. Oh yeah, I got a good little shiver going on. As I said, some of these are very hard to read the names on. This one here, I really can't even tell. Samuel J. Mason, 1906. Mason. You see it's done by Hutchison and Elmer.
These are just markers.
A bunch of, oh, they're foot markers, some of them. So some of those would actually be at the feet of these graves. Mary Mason, 1926. I think that's it, is it? Yeah, that's it. Okay, we'll head on over this way. And then we'll come back. Start out with this lonely one over here. William and Lavinia Pengelly, 1927 and 1952. You're saying there's some down here?
I saw this over here. That's where I was walking over here.
They're kind of on the side of a mound. Oh wow, they go all the way down in. Look at that. Okay, well, we'll make our way over to those. Got a foot marker here that cannot be read. With Samuel Sutton. Looks like 1890 something, perhaps. Right down the hill. The farthest over.
Trail going down here.
There could be some under this foliage here. It's cold out today, so I'm hoping there's no ticks or anything as I walk into all this weeds and stuff.
Inscription on the back too.
G-O-U-G-H. 1901, I think, is the date. There's some writing on the back. Maggie, 1872. James, 1876. Lydia, 1881. Children of W.R. and Amanda Go. Go or Gow, one of the two. Memory of Andrew, and you can't read the last name. Not a random Andrew, he has a last name. 1872, and John Samuel. It's a little marker at the foot here. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else in here. Some good pines for building. There could be. Okay, back up to here.
Too darn cold to know.
Yeah, we'll get these side ones. Come up. We'll zigzag. Hey, look at that. You can see like a mound where all these ones are lined up on.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, if there is inscriptions, it's probably on the other side.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Harret? No, Harret. Harret. Whew. It is chilly. It's a lot chillier than it's been, let me tell you. Yeah. Normally there's a little history plaque that'll tell you, but not here. Cecilia? No. I honestly can't make that one out, and I don't want to try and guess. Some older ones, though, I mean, they're very hard to read, very weathered. At least the ones over here are. Jamie or Jane Elliott, perhaps? That's what I mean. Like, you can't really tell. These are some fairly worn graves. Yeah. John Lingwall, 1888. Harriet Dingwall. Oh, that's what it is. Isn't Lingwall? It's Dingwall. 1875. Natives of Scotland. All right, we'll come over here and see these guys that are laying down right here. John Letch, Lettch. Okay, so back down to here. Wow, there's some cool looking ones along here too. Native of England. Just too hard to read some of these. Strong, I think, was the last name. Don't worry, we're coming to those.
Oh, it's pretty groovy.
Yeah.
I say groovy.
Stevens, 1850. So if you guys, you see me show them, but I don't read anything, it's because I can't. No, that's simple enough. It's Marianne. Couldn't make out anything on the other half, so I don't know her last name. Hugh Gordon, I think that says, doesn't it? 1865. This is cool. Like, that's got to weigh a half a ton. Yeah. Not really readable. Kind of see a date, but not really. Okay, on to these ones here. We'll start on the right. Whew. Wow. That wind's coming right across that field, and oh man. 1843. Can't really tell. Catherine Ferguson. That was a St. Thomas name for sure. This one's Margaret Ferguson. Okay, so I think we're down to over here. I'll be surprised if this battery lasts for this whole video. Hartley. No, born in Hartley, Hants, England, 1809, and that's Turville.
Old hanging tree.
Wow, that wind. It's like somebody knows we're out here trying to accomplish something. Whew.
Holy moly.
We got some mason here. Another mason here. 1808 on that one. Or is that his born date? Yeah, 1890. Whew. I'm hoping I'm able to shield some of this wind, but either way, it's not going to be as bad as the wind on the cell phone videos. All right. Okay, we just had to hide for shelter for a minute because it got really, like, just unreal. Seen a wall of snow. And I've had to actually abandon a whole, actual 2 videos that Mom and I filmed in Chatham, Kent at a couple beautiful cemeteries because the wind noise was so bad. But we will be returning to them. Now, let's return. We got a whole nother half of this cemetery. Still windy. Hopefully not too bad. Oh, this looks like it says Charlie. There's going to be quite a few that we're not going to be able to read. I have a feeling like this is an older cemetery. I wish we had some information on it. If I can find something online at home.
St. Thomas Cemeteries.
Well, there's a lot that come up for that. Well, let's try and find some information, and I'll do a voice overlay or whatever you call that. Again, can't really read it. It looks almost like it says Charlotte. Okay, I guess we'll go to these back ones here. We have a Goodhue, Louisa. I'm guessing between there and there it says Louisa, wife of George, 1868.
Dr. Goodhue is my doctor.
And then Herbert, son of George and Mary Goodhue, 1883. And then this would be a marker. There's one over here that says Ellen on it. See?
It's on the stop sign.
Let's see. There is for Cameron. Ooh, here's that wind. That sun was nice momentarily. Ewan Cameron died 1888. Wow. I knew of a Ewan Cameron when I was researching the history of mental health in Canada. There was a Dr. Ewan Cameron. I don't think that's in because like he was doing research all the way up into the 70s, maybe even the 80s. I can't remember when he died, but he died of a heart attack. But native of Fort William, Scotland. All right. Yeah. Okay, we'll go up over here and then zigzag our way back. Wow. The writing on that one is completely, there's no making it out. Oh yes, there is. Robbie and Maggie. I can't really make out the name. The last name. So what do? You know, so many generations later, the names are gone. It's not like somebody's going to come along and do the re-engraving. You know, that all costs money. I'm trying to see the name here. It's Wit something. Joseph Meek, 1909. John, 1867. And Judith, 1885. 1885. Great Scott.
Great Scott.
Meek. There's a lot of Meeks here. There's John Meek. Yeah, we're getting there.
Oh, Meek. Another Meek. Oh my goodness.
Wow, that was actually quite the good-sized willow. I think that was a willow. With the spire in the middle.
Yeah.
Let's look how black it went over the years. Okay. Okay, what are you doing? Did we show these?
Yeah.
Okay, we showed those. Don't. You're doing it again. Walking in the way. James Meek, 1891. Margaret Lodge. I've seen the last name Lodge in other cemeteries, I think on Highway 3. We got Arthur Meek, MD, so he was a doctor. And then George. I wonder, are there still Meeks in the area? I don't think I ever went to school with any. Let's watch out for that one there.
Yep.
Just, I think that's one that says father, or maybe it says one that says Arthur. For all the various peoples on here. Oh, there's more on the back. Elizabeth, Margaret, and Jane.
There's more in the back of that one too.
Oh yeah, Thomas, Fanny Barber, and Judith May on the back of this one. And these are almost exact same. So you see here, these would be all the different names of these people on those. This nicer one probably came along years later. Did we get this one? I don't think we did. So you've got a bunch of smaller markers in the ground along here. There's one over there. And I believe they're all for this one. In memory of Jeanette, loving wife of Donald MacDonald. 1888, Donald MacDonald. who died 1889, February 22nd. And this side here looks like a completely different material. Just the way it's aged.
You can see at one point they had this whole, it was all cornered off.
Yeah, and you can, this should be up top here, but once it's off, I guess there's just no remounting it.
Yeah.
Wow, look at this one for Fulton. Okay, we're gonna come back to Fulton in a minute. These ones here, we saw these two meeks here. And we're overdue. Is that Greco? Or Gray? I can't tell. Cragg. C-R-A-G-G.
Cragg.
Cragg.
As in a crack in the rock.
Wharton. Richard Wharton. Or maybe it was Martin. That might have been it. Yeah, that was probably Martin because this is his wife, 1869. Yeah. Colin Martin and Bella. And Bella being beautiful in Italian, I do believe. Yeah, these are different shape. 1876. Can't quite make out the family name or anything. I can see the date though. And another meek over here. Maud Evelyn, I think.
It's kind of weird how this one's shaped. It's made out to look like
Almost
a firefighter shield.
Or a badge or something. Okay, we'll go back over here and get Fulton and then we'll come back across.
Wow, Fulton really has an area sector back there.
Oh, we got a low battery warning. So we got a James Forbes, 1852. Lots of Forbes. So John Fulton, 1855. Mary, wife of John, 1860. Hugh, John and Eliza. And what was on this side? Nothing. That's a massive monument for Fulton right here. So we've got a Ferguson here. Dan Ferguson, and it looks like it had this nice tall spire at once and a little piece on top. 1820 or 1870 there. Oh, the plaque fell off of this side. 1863 for James Ferguson, and then Robert Fulton, the only Fulton on here. Edison, Diane Rosedale Edison, 1938. Oh, she only lived to be 8 years old. It's always sad to see that. We got an Earnshaw, J. Edgar R. Earnshaw, 1965. And a May Albrecht. In memory of Thomas. I'm not seeing a last name. I can't quite see the date. I see something about April 10th, 1876 across the bottom. From a building. Oh, okay. Look at this, guys. That's the date right there, I think. And it says, fell 54 feet from a building at... Oh, I can't quite... At Saw? No. At something, and I can't quite make that out. April 10th, 1876. They actually have how this poor fella died. How poor Thomas fell, and 54 feet's a good fall, folks. So on this berry plot here, oh, there's a low battery already again. Captain Barry? What do you mean?
Oh, Captain Mary.
Yeah, Captain Mark Barry and Mary Ann Barry. Good eye, I didn't even see that. 1938. Can't quite make that one out. We've got some more berries along here. Okay, I'm just gonna show these real quick. We've got a few more to do. I'm gonna try and get them in before this battery goes kaput. Yeah, okay, we'll start up over here, the far side, into the wind. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's real windy now. We've got McIntyre all the way here in the corner. Elizabeth, Emily. Wow, I gotta get out of this wind. Holy cow. Okay, while I'm up on the hill here, we got McDonald, John McDonald, and Mary Jane. Trying to shield the microphone from the wind a little bit. Duncan Munn, Catherine and Jesse as well. Oh, what a cold day to do this, I tell you. I'll tell you what. There's a bunch of the foot markers along the base of this tree. And that looks like that's only the base of something here. If there was writing, you can't really see it. And we got Meek. Robert Meek. Hard to see the other names. 1888. And lastly, on this cold cemetery tour today, we got some plot markers along the sides here for Mason, John and Mary, and Herbert E. Oh, Herbert E., son of John and Mary Mason. Oh, all right. Let's get out of the cold. Are you ready?
Yeah, there's no wind right here.
Whew. Well, that's going to do it for the cemetery tour for today. Thanks for joining us on this very, very cold and windy adventure. I think you'll notice the difference between the cell phone and the camera. One of the biggest things is the lack of, or less wind noise. There's less wind noise using the camera. I actually have to redo the sound piece up top just to make sure that stays that way. And lastly, before I close out this video, again, thank you guys for watching. I want you to check out within the coming weeks the link below to do with my Patreon account. Patreon is like a way for content creators to reach out and get a little bit of gratuity here and there from viewers. Think of it like a tip jar. And now I've reached out and sought some help with redoing my Patreon page just because, well, frankly, it sucks. And I am going to set it up so that if somebody feels like they want to be generous and donate like a tip, think of it as like an online tip jar for content creators, so it can help the channel grow, help it progress, and get a few things that normally right now I cannot afford to do. Long story short, it'll be there. If you want to help, you know where to find it. So thank you again for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, click like, share the video around where the sharing of cemetery tours or random videos are appreciated, and make sure you're subscribed. By subscribing and clicking the notification bell, you stay up to date on any new content that I post. Some crazy cool videos coming up. We're going up to Wyerton and we're going to go check out some ruins here in Ontario. You guys are going to love that. Thanks again. Talk to you guys soon. Vlog over.